He is back awaiting the kickoff, and we are underway in this critical Week 18 game for the New Orleans Saints. Harris will go to work at the 15, reversing his field and down at the 16-yard line. For the Saints, they bring Taysom Hill to the party, and Taysom Hill last year started both games against Atlanta, won both games, arguably his two best starts, 465 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He also rushed for 132 yards and 2 scores. Sean Payton would take that kind of production again today from his quarterback.
Oh, 100%, and most importantly, he's just got to take care of this football. They're going to be a run-heavy attack, and that's him getting the ball. I'm sure they'll snap it to Alvin Kamara as well, just to run a little wildcat and take some pressure off of Taysom.
Swing pass out of the backfield to Adam Prentice, the fullback, knocked out of bounds by Ogundeji. And it'll bring up second down. Offensively for the New Orleans Saints, you see Kamara running onto the field. James Hurst is at left tackle. Ramczyk back at right tackle. So the right side of the line starting to get a little healthier for the New Orleans Saints. Kamara needs 77 yards receiving to be the first running back in history with 500 yards receiving in his first 5 years. Second down and 8 for New Orleans, opening possession of the ball game. Hill off play action, throws on the run, short toss, and a catch made by Traquan Smith. And Smith, who stuck the ball out at the end of the catch, is close to the first down. A.J. Terrell chasing him out of bounds. Defensive line a little banged up for the Falcons. No Tyler Davison, no John Kaminsky. Taquan Graham gets the nod in the middle, the rookie from Texas. Linebackers are solid. Foye Oluokun may lead the NFL in tackles this year, depending on how Week 18 pans out. And Fabian Moreau back after a rib injury at corner for Dean Pease's defense.
And you see Dean Pease's defense has no hesitation about playing man-to-man and trying to stack that box. And because of that, you see Sean Payton expecting it. This is just going to be an ongoing chess match of these two legends in the sport. On defense, Dean Pease. On offense, Sean Payton. But he kind of thought that'd be the changeup, and that he'd expect a ton of man-to-man, a loaded box. So he's giving Taysom Hill some 2 quick, easy completions to get his confidence up. Quick game, and then a rollout. Get him out of the pocket where he's great throwing on the run.
Kamara with his first carry and nothing doing. That door closed quickly. Good work by Grady Jarrett on the run stop, and it's second down and 10.
Watch Deion Jones. Grady gets the original push up front, and then Deion Jones comes in and cleans this thing up.
So a second and 10. They go heavy now, bringing in the extra blocker. So a 6-man front with Jordan Mills out there. Second down and 10. Kamara over the left side, breaks a tackle, and Kamara shifting the football into his right hand with room to run and a stiff arm as he's tossed out of bounds in Atlanta territory. Sean Williams with the stop, a pickup of 27.
And watch Kamara, number 41, just bust through this offensive line.
Longest run allowed this season by the Atlanta Falcons, and it puts him at the 47-yard line of Atlanta. And Kamara, a little vigor at the end of that run. Extra blocker again out there, 6-man offensive line. The handoff to Tony Jones, and Jones will plow forward to the 43-yard line, picks up second and 4. Mark, one thing I know you and I were talking about before the game, you expect to see heavy run on both sides of the football today.
Oh, absolutely, and you know that might bode well if any of us have to fly out of here. However, most importantly for the Saints, I mean, these guys, essentially, when you can control the clock, when you control time of possession, when you can rush the ball down another team's throat, you just play keep away. You don't even give Matt Ryan opportunities and their offense opportunities to score. That's a huge advantage if they can keep it up.
Humphrey in motion. Hill sets up the screen to Vanette. The tight end rumbling down the right sideline with some nimble moves for the tight end, and a first down at the Atlanta 33.
And Ramczyk out on the perimeter. Excellent time to call a screen. Watch him just release out here and get outside, understanding he can't cut in this area, and how patient he was, and just dumping that ball right over Grady there. But missed one tackle on a screen, and this thing is potentially off to the races. Great pursuit by the rest of the defense, but a well-executed screen. And once again, another easy completion for Taysom Hill, keeping him away from 3rd and long and known passing situations. Masterful job by Sean Payton.
3 for 3 on the opening drive. The end around to Deontay Harris, and Harris ankle tackle inside the 25. He gets 9 to the 24. Oluokun saved a much bigger gain.
And watch this, they're going to fake the toss this way, and here comes the receiver on a quick little end around. There's the fake. Boom, a quick little dead pitch. And when I say dead pitch, you don't want that ball moving at all. You don't want it spinning. You don't want it rotating like a kickoff. You want a dead pitch like a knuckleball in baseball to make it easy for that receiver coming around the edge. Well executed by Deontay Harris.
Second down and a yard. It's Prentice, the fullback. Just his 3rd carry of the year. He has 5 yards on the season and enough for a first down. Very effective opening drive for Sean Payton and the Saints. They have not missed the playoffs since 2016. They need to win, and they need the Rams to win. That game just underway as well.
And here's the thing that people have to appreciate. All these different formations, moving guys around, using guys that aren't expected to get this much playing time. That keeps Sean Payton up awfully late every night, okay? This has been a masterful job of him keeping this offense competitive.
Down to the 18 is Kamara, Oluokun, and Jones combined on the stop.
And don't forget, this is the same team that came out in week 1 like gangbusters after they had been relocated because of Hurricane Ida, and they went down to Jacksonville where they played Green Bay as the home team, as the host site in another location, which they're used to here because of these hurricanes. And what did they do? They waxed them. It was like 38-3 and throttled Aaron Rodgers and that vaunted Green Bay offense. So they put up plenty of points, and Jameis Winston looked good, and everything looked great.
Play action. Good fake by Taysom Hill. Open is Troutman, the tight end. Troutman diving for the pylon. Touchdown, New Orleans.
And watch, wow, Troutman. I mean, he's getting paid back. He's going to go all the way across the screen, and the linebackers are going to think it's a run. They thought it was a run all the way. You saw Deion Jones bite on the fake quickly and gave him just enough time to sneak out of there and run all the way across the field. But Troutman was the lead man on that reverse. I'm sure Coach Payton saw that and knew they had one dialed up for him and gave him some love because he was out there making blocks on the perimeter for his other teammates.
7-0 lead for New Orleans. You want to make the playoffs? How about an 84-yard touchdown drive? Saints feeling good early in Atlanta. Been a long time since the New Orleans Saints got a first quarter touchdown. That's their first touchdown in the first quarter since week 8 and their first all year on an opening drive. But these are rivals, and we know that. But in fact, they're such rivals that the Falcons won't even put the Saints' name on their scoreboard. It's Falcons and it's visitors. They're not going to put the name Saints up. They're not even going to acknowledge that they're here. So visitors have a 7-0 lead.
The pettiness is unrivaled, and I love it.
Oh, absolutely. Bathed in the pettiness. Cordero Patterson is one of the best all time, but he has this one slip through his fingers. Back into the end zone. He'll take a knee for the touchback. So Matt Ryan makes his way out onto the field for his final start of the Falcons season. 3-5 record over the last 8 games. 4 touchdown passes in the last 8. And a part of that is he is constantly under siege. It has been a really hard path for Matt Ryan with some offensive line flux in front of him.
It really has, and credit to him. I mean, he's done his very best. If he has to use his legs, he doesn't prefer it, but he's tried his best. And so many guys in and out of the lineup, just like New Orleans. It's been a tough road this year, but for him to put up the numbers he has That's a testament to his playing ability and his skills.
Cordero Patterson with the first carry, and for the first time in our game, we check in Los Angeles. Carissa Thompson has a game break.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Steelers-Ravens tied at 13. Steelers, Chris Boswell, 36-yard field goal for the win is good. This Steelers, you guys, playoff bound as long as the Raiders-Chargers game doesn't end in a tie. Kevin?
So, of course, that begs the question. Wow. Schrags was talking about it this morning on the pregame show. Do you just go out and kneel nonstop to get the tie and then both teams are in? On second down, good protection for Matt Ryan, trying to fit it into a tight window to Hayden Hurst. And the pass is incomplete, and a flag down in that backfield, and it may be a late hit on Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 93. Full hit to the quarterback. It's a 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Got him late. He got him low. He got pushed down a little bit. It looked like by McGarry. Matt Ryan was lucky. Quan Alexander got a paw on that thing. Oof, not the way he wanted to start the game.
But no doubt about that. Anytime you go low on a quarterback after he's gotten rid of the football, you're going to get that flag. First down and 10 at the 43-yard line. And we've got motion up front, first and 15 for Atlanta.
Pitts flinched a little bit.
Ball start. Offense, number 8. It's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
Rookie Pro Bowl tight end with the early flinch. Offensive line, Colby Gossett at left guard today. Jalen Mayfield, who had really grabbed hold of that left guard spot, he is out today. Cordero Patterson, of course, starting at running back. Kyle Pitts, maybe the biggest surprise, hurt his hamstring last week in Buffalo. We weren't sure he would go. 50-50 all week that he would, but he's out there now. Patterson with a lot of traffic. Matt Ryan more blocking Cordero Patterson than anybody else as he's tripped up back at the 39-yard line. 1-yard pickup on the play. So Kyle Pitts, who's 59 yards away to top Mike Ditka for most receiving yards by a rookie tight end. However, you just add the little caveat to that, not to take away from his season because he's had a tremendous year. But Mike Ditka did that in 14 games. This would be 17 games for Kyle Pitts. Again, still a remarkable year. I'm not taking anything away from him. Don't look at me like that, Mark Sanchez.
I don't know, Kev. Haterade, buddy.
Second and 14 at the 39.
I mean, he runs like an absolute thoroughbred. He's so big, such a wide catching radius.
Oh, he's fantastic. Ryan going deep down the sideline for Gage. What a catch! Russell Gage with Paulson Adebo on his hip, able to pull it in for the first down to the New Orleans 35.
And look at Gage run away. Matt Ryan, I mean, that is pinpoint accuracy and precision, putting that ball in front of him. But Gage goes inside release on a corner route, and you see that at the top of the route where he shows that inside move, that little hint. We call that a little pastry on the top of the route. Add a little something sweet, make that defender think you're going inside, and then break to your final destination. That's the body language Matt Ryan needed to see before he cut that ball loose.
The one-handed catch. Adebo had the other hand trying to hit Pitts, and the pass incomplete. It'll bring up second down.
And this is just a timing bang 8. Little post route, 4th outside step, and I think Matt just missed a little bit. I don't know if that ball got tipped. But that's a timing, no reset, no shuffle from the quarterback. You're going to hit your 5th foot, plant in the ground, and cut that thing loose. A lot of anticipation. They had the look they wanted, and just an errant throw by the QB.
4-man rush, 2nd and 10. Quick toss. Gage with the catch, fighting his way towards first down yardage. Marcus Williams with the tackle. Very close to the 25-yard line. That's what they need for the first. Defensively, Cameron Jordan, 7 sacks in his last 4 games against Atlanta. He loves seeing the Falcons. He's sacked Falcons quarterbacks 22 times in his career. Dennis Allen's defense has been getting better and better as the season goes along. And the first 3rd down of the game coming up here on 3rd and a short one. Patterson on 3rd down, driving to the 25. He'll have the first, but not by much.
That is a tough front to try and get these runs off against. Just look at the push from the sideline cam. Look at all these Saints players just providing push right there. I mean, it's a stalemate up front. That's not what you want. You want the offense to surge. They're just not getting it for Atlanta right now. But Patterson does his best. I mean, he stood up right in the hole. Look at Cam Jordan at the end. Trying to jump in, join the party.
Play action on 1st down. Ryan, the quick toss to Pitts. Pitts gets popped by Marshawn Lattimore at the 24-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play.
And this is a cloud corner with his eyes in the backfield, but you're going to see Pitts haul across your screen, and then here comes Lattimore. He knows he's got responsibility in that flat. That's what he's doing as a cover 2 corner. He started to back up because he didn't see any responsibility to the flat, so he gave some ground. As soon as he recognized it, he went up like a heat-seeking missile and unloaded on him.
3 tight ends for Atlanta on 2nd and 9. Off the play action, Ryan, nobody open, needs a little help, and he'll throw this one away.
And check this out up top, gloved in the slot, gloved. Look at Pitts, tries to go inside on this corner route. They don't let him outside. Nothing up top for Gage. Lee Smith blocking. They're supposed to be the checkdowns. And look at Pitts. Excellent leverage right there by Gardner Johnson, number 22. Understanding that Pitts in the slot most likely is going to break to the outside in one of those flood routes where they try and get everybody in the flats.
3rd down and 9. 6 defensive backs out there for New Orleans. Ryan with the pocket collapsing. He's in trouble, and down he goes. Onyemata, 2.5 sacks on the season.
Sorry, there he is on the pick game. He got the help from Marcus Davenport on the pick, and then Onyemata is the one who came free. They end up having the defensive meeting right there at the quarterback. Never a position you want to be in as a quarterback, but you see those guys unselfish up front, willing to go pick one of those offensive linemen and let their fellow D linemen get the play.
Younghoe Koo, 48-yard field goal is good, and the Falcons are on the board. Younghoe Koo's been terrific this year. Falcons trail by 4.
From the Rose Bowl Stadium in Pasadena, California, it is Super Bowl 11.
Stabler back to pass, a quick throw into the end zone, Casper, touchdown Raiders!
And from that point on, we opened the gates. We were on our way. I said, we're going to kill these guys.
John Madden's grin is from ear to ear. He looks like a slipped watermelon.
An emotional week last week as we lost Coach Madden. He will always be a part of the lineage of the NFL on Fox and really the National Football League as a whole.
Nice to see a lot of players pay tribute. I saw Mahomes with that on his warm-up hoodie, the silhouette, that iconic silhouette of the All Madden from Fox. Really cool.
See that score in the upper left corner of your screen. Rams have taken the early 3-0 lead over San Francisco. Rams win, Saints win. Saints are in the playoffs. And what a road that would be for the New Orleans Saints to make it to the playoffs, because this has been a season to remember. Quarterback competition after the Drew Brees retirement. Jameis Winston gets the starting nod. They start 5-2, but he tears his left ACL on Halloween. Alvin Kamara injures his knee against these Falcons Week 9. The first loss in a 5-game losing skid, but a win today, and a Niners loss today gets them in as they've won 3 of 4 down the stretch. And talking with Sean Payton, you just know how satisfying this would be with all of the circumstance. Hurricane Ida, the relocation at the very beginning of the year, losing Michael Thomas, as you mentioned at the top of the show, never played it down this year. To get in would be awfully satisfying. Taysom Hill over the middle. Good throw to Humphrey, and Humphrey with a first down to midfield and out of bounds in Falcons territory.
And watch Taysom Hill scan the entire field. This is a play they'd run with Drew Brees, and he's going to have receivers streaking across the field, and he's got to fit it inside one of these windows in between these backers. And you see that anticipation. That's just reps. That's just showing up from getting all these reps in practice. And you said it, Kev. I mean, just to be in this position, Sean Payton, he's got to be up for Coach of the Year. This is incredible that they got a shot right now. And it's plays like that that can keep them on track, avoid third down, and keep this offense rolling. Because you see what happens. At best, you're against his defense, you're going to get 3 points.
Here's Kamara on first down from the Atlanta 49-yard line into the secondary, and Kamara tripped up near the 41-yard line. Oluokun helping out with Sean Williams coming up from that secondary to make the stop after the 8-yard gain.
And Oluokun just an absolute stud for this defense. They're going to have some serious questions about what they do next year. A lot of free agents, that could be one of them. And he's been a special player coming out of Yale. I mean, this guy can run. He's that new age linebacker, that Demario Davis type linebacker that can run side to side and play downhill, fill a hole, and stop you in the run game. He's a special player.
28 free agents on this Atlanta team. First run of the day for Taysom Hill, and Hill with a first down. And you don't see too many quarterbacks that can deliver punishment at the end of a run like Taysom Hill as he checks his injured finger.
Whoa, he took a couple defenders for a ride right there, but Deion Jones got the most of that. He tried to go high on him. I mean, you see how thick he is in pregame. He's got big old quads and big legs and everything. I mean, he's just can grind out for some yards. He's like a fullback at times. And I mean, listen, they signed him as a tight end essentially.
Injured his finger in that Dallas game on a Thursday night. He threw 4 picks, hasn't thrown one since. Another good play fake by Hill. In the pocket, throwing over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Deontay Harris with Fabian Moreau out there in the coverage. He may have gotten a piece of that football as well.
And they had a receiver go down. Humphrey went down on this. And Deontay Harris almost has enough, but as you mentioned, Kevin, Fabian Moreau did enough to disrupt that catch.
As Mark mentioned, Humphrey is down. They'll tend to him as we step aside. Saints had been to the playoffs 5 total times from 1967 to 2005. Then Sean Payton arrived, and with that offense, look at these offensive ranks, just absolutely dominant until this year. No Drew Brees, so many injuries, COVID striking, knocking 22 players out a couple of weeks ago. But you mentioned it earlier, Mark. You could argue that this is one of the better coaching jobs in Sean Payton's illustrious career in New Orleans.
And, you know, I said it keeps him up at night because he's got to get guys prepared and give them opportunities to be successful, guys who aren't really ready to step in at this moment. I mean, guys who weren't expected to, at least at the beginning of the year. But you tell any coach, any offensive coordinator, hey, your best receiver, your quarterback, and your running back are all going to be down at different points through the season, and 2 of them you're going to lose for the whole season. I mean, you got no shot.
2nd and 10. Hill, a dart thrown and caught by Deontay Harris. Close to the first down at the 27-yard line, a pickup of 9. Taysom Hill, you see that finger on the right hand. He injured it in the Dallas game. Threw 4 interceptions in that game on a Thursday night. Hasn't since. We were talking with him about it, and he said, I'm a big patter of the ball. And he said, I've noticed it can cause the ball to shift in my hand if I'm patting it. So I consciously now have tried to break myself of the habit of patting the football because with the finger, which is splinted, it's hard to keep control of the football.
Look for a sneak or a downhill run here.
It's Kamara, downhill and more, inside the 20 and into the red zone at the 17-yard line, first down. Pickup of 10.
Look at this downhill run. He just gave a hint move to the outside and got Oluokun to think he was going to make one of his patented Alvin Kamara bounces outside, like he was going to hit that R2 button and get outside, and he slammed it up inside. Understood it was time to go get a first down.
50 yards rushing for Kamara in the first quarter. Saints lead by 4. NFC playoff picture looks like this. Saints need a win, and they need a Rams win over the 49ers. As you can see, second quarter, Rams with a 3-0 lead over San Francisco. Sean Payton's Saints on the move as we start this second quarter, with good balance in their offense in the first quarter. 142 total yards, 73 through the air, and 69 on the ground. And a game that Sean Payton has called a must-win game. This is a playoff game for these guys.
You see the coaches, I love it, out of TV timeouts and quarter changes. They won't show you who's going to be the personnel on the field. They got everybody kind of huddled around. And you see Coach Payton say, all right, let's go. We're going 22Z. So he's got 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, and a Z receiver. But he wouldn't show them to the very last second.
Off the fake, Hill will run and out of bounds to the 13-yard line. Not an easy task for Taysom Hill, Laura Oakman, because anybody who takes over for a Hall of Famer is always going to have that shadow to deal with.
It's so true, and he said in certain ways I try to be him. He said everything I do, down to the preparation, the footwork, I try to mirror him. But he said the work for me is understanding I can't replicate the leadership. I can't try to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. I have to show my teammates how I lead in a genuine way. But he brought up a great point. Not many backups can say this. He had a unique opportunity to be in the huddle with Drew.
That's a really good point. That is not something that, say, a Teddy Bridgewater would have had the opportunity to do when he was backing up and then moved into that starting role. Loss on the play back to the 16. Brady Jarrett, first one there.
Whoa, he got through that line fast. Watch him split that double team. You see the other offensive lineman going through there. McCoy, like, whoa, where'd this guy come from? McCoy's coming through pulling, and he's expecting Ruiz to get a little piece of Grady Jarrett, and Ruiz whiffs. So he was in the backfield so quick before McCoy could even figure out a plan to try and block him.
Harris into the backfield now on 3rd and 9.
See nobody up top.
Pressure coming, Hill floating it up top and into the end zone, looking for Marquez Callaway. And the pass incomplete. A.J. Terrell, one of the best corners in the National Football League out there on coverage.
And Dean Pease, look at this, one-on-one. But Dean Pease knew, hey, a 3rd and 9 situation. Finally, we get him into a 3rd and long. Let's force number 7, Taysom Hill, to get him out of this jam. And we'll create a jam by putting everybody up at the line of scrimmage, putting man-to-man across the board, no safety help, just cover 0, all-out blitz. A blitz that they probably never could have gotten away with. If Drew Brees was back there, he would have figured out a way to beat him quickly.
34-yard try for Brett Maher, the Saints kicker, and the kick is no good. Wow. He had made 12 straight field goals, and he misses from 34. Saints lead holds at 7-3. Second meeting of the season, the first in Week 9 at the Superdome. Atlanta took a big lead, but Trevor Siemian rallied the Saints. 3 fourth-quarter touchdown drives, but on the final drive, Matt Ryan and Cordero Patterson, 64-yard catch and run. And Younghoe Koo delivered his 3 game-winning field goals this year. That was one of them, 27-25. Speaking of field goals, Saints can't afford to leave points on the field, Mark Sanchez, and they left 3 out there on essentially a missed PAT.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And Maher missed a PAT last week after nailing 4 field goals. So I don't know if it's that down and distant or that positioning on the field, that field position. I don't understand, but they can't give up free points like that. Paid off for Dean Pease with that all-out pressure.
First down and 10. Quick toss to the sideline. Keith Smith is shoved out of bounds. And Carissa Thompson, what do you have for us in a game break?
Well, I got good news for Saints fans who need the Niners to lose. 4th and 1. Matthew Stafford finds Tyler Higbee in the back of the end zone. 2-yard score. Rams up 10-0. Kevin?
There's a party in the streets of New Orleans. Well, I mean, it's Carnival season, so it's going to be a party anyway. But even more so, if the Saints win and the Niners lose, New Orleans is going to play the Rams in the playoffs. 2-yard gain on the play. Malcolm Roach on the stop. And it brings up a 3rd down and 5 for the Atlanta Falcons.
This defense, so tough to run the ball against, especially try and get downhill against these guys. And you see a little confusion out there for the Falcons.
3rd and 5 off the play fake. Ryan had time, throws, and open to make the catch is Olamide Zaccheaus all the way down to the 44-yard line of New Orleans, a 28-yard gain.
And Zacchaeus is going to go all the way inside and then peel back out of it. Watch him show the inside move. And what a layer throw. It's essentially the deep cross with a deep corner. And Matt Ryan with a quick play fake. The Saints defense expecting a run on third down. Excellent call by Arthur Smith.
From the 43 on first down, this is Cordero Patterson. And Patterson down to the 39-yard line. Well, there is nothing, as you can see, a little pushing and shoving and talking. There's nothing that Atlanta fans and the Atlanta Falcons would like to do more than ruin the season of their rival from New Orleans. Atlanta's season ends after today. We all know that. And they know it too. But you get a little bit of something if you win this game, because not only do you knock the Saints out of the playoffs, you actually finish above them in the standings because you swept them in the regular season.
That's right. I mean, they'd love to play spoiler today and be the dirty bird on week 18 and ruin the Saints' chances.
Here's Mike Davis with the carry, and Davis tripped up at the 36-yard line as we check in downstairs with Laura.
Well, it's a good thing all of these fans have their own cell phones, because right now, we talked to so many Saints this week, and they all admitted they're going to do some scoreboard peeking, right? There is no scoreboard going on right now. There has been no update on out-of-town score. So there's been no cheering, no booing, nothing over here. Saints can't look at anything but what's happening right now on the field, which is exactly what Sean Payton wanted.
I think the next level would be if they went to every other score but the Rams 49ers game in the stadium.
Get all those defenders up near the line of scrimmage. They're bringing it up the middle.
3rd and 3. Ryan just gets away. The pass is incomplete. Demario Davis had him around the ankles, and Matt Ryan fortunate to get rid of that football.
But watch Quan Alexander. He's the one who sprung this thing free. D linemen aren't the only ones who can run pick games. Quan Alexander goes and hits the right guard and lets Demario Davis come free. And he is so quick to get to the quarterback. Matt Ryan just has to find a safe place to ditch it. Both defensive coordinators kind of sizing each other up and saying, all right, you want to bring some pressure? Watch this. Dennis Allen and Dean Pease, two legends on the defensive side. This is going to be fun to watch.
Younghoe Koo trying to match his career-long 54-yard field goal. Curving, and it is good. 3rd time he's hit from 54 in his career. It's a season long, and this one brings the Falcons within 1 at home.
Welcome back to Atlanta. Most players facing their former beloved team say that they want to keep their emotions in control, but not Thomas Wrolstad, who said there's nothing about this game that's normal. I want to feel everything. But he did add, I am happy that I don't feel wounded anymore, saying he was for a while, but 2 great experiences with the Jets and Falcons have been healing, saying I don't have a feeling of vengeance today. After listening, I asked him, are you excited about today or dreading it? He said, I'm not thinking about the results. I live in New Orleans. I am New Orleans. There's a lot of ramifications with a win and a loss, so I'm focusing on going out there and simply trying to help my team win.
He has yet to punt today. He's a beloved figure in New Orleans. 12 years as the Saints punter, and when he signed with the Falcons, he hashtagged his tweet, "Who Dat for life." Except for today. That was probably the addendum to that tweet. From the goal line, Deontay Harris going to work. Harris, a little bit of room at the 25, and he's banged down by Younghoe Koo. Big tackle by the kicker at the 27-yard line. Anytime a kicker makes a stop, you get a replay.
Watch him pop up like, whoa, what just happened? Look at him get up. He looks around.
Boom. Oh,
he almost hit the ball out. He popped up looking around like, what did I do?
Look at him. They're fanning him.
Too hot. Fan him off. Cool him off, coach.
There is an intensity out there that you only get in a rivalry game. The gamesmanship that you saw on the scoreboard with visitors up there instead of the Saints name, and gamesmanship early in the week when it comes to Thomas Wrolstad. They sent him a king cake.
This is great.
Happy Carnival season. Here's to hoping you set a career high in punts on Sunday, old friend. He has yet to punt. In fact, we haven't had a punt in the game. Thomas Wrolstad so far has done that. prowl around the sideline back and forth.
And eat a banana.
And eat a banana.
There's nothing wrong with eating on the sidelines. How times have changed. I was just ahead of my time.
You speak from experience, I know.
That's what it was.
Or hunger. 2nd and 8. Kamara in some trouble in the backfield, and Taquan Graham, the rookie from Texas, there to swallow him up and brings up a big 3rd down. This Falcons defense trying to get the 3 and out and force that punt, not from Thomas Morstead, but from Blake Gilligan.
Well, these are the situations that Taysom Hill has to be extra cautious with the football. See them bringing in the fullback there, Adam Prentice, number 46, to help out in the backfield. And just watch for these halfbacks in here to chip on the edge and get out for their pass routes.
Blitz coming. Hill waits, throws short, catch made, 1st down and more. Traquan Smith on the run. Smith inside the 40 and down shy of the 35-yard line of Atlanta.
Well, this looked a little peculiar, Kevin, because they had 2 guys sitting in the same exact spot. If Smith didn't catch it, Callaway would have. But they both hooked up right over the football, and Taysom Hill had no choice but to throw it to either one of those guys. I don't know what happened there. Both of them running essentially the exact same middle sit route from opposite ends. And we got action up there in your top left corner. I doubt the Falcons are going to show that anywhere in this stadium.
Does not seem like they're willing to do that.
They don't want to show that to the visitors.
No, that is true. Visitors are up 7-6.
Run right.
Here's the run. Going to the right. Kamara cuts it back a step to the left and down to the 33-yard line. I will wager that Carissa Thompson in Los Angeles has an update on how that score in our corner became 17-0.
Double down. I got more good news for the Saints right here. Matthew Stafford links up with Tyler Higbee again. This one for 15 yards, 17-0. Rams rolling. Kevin?
I knew it. I knew Carissa had the answer to how that score became 17-0.
Almost as if the stuff is scripted.
Don't give it away. 2nd and 5 at the 33. Off the play fake. Taysom Hill. Nobody open. He can run, and he will, and goes down at the 30-yard line, 2 yards short of a Saints 1st down. Good coverage by the Falcons. And an injured Falcon at the end of the play. It's Ogundeji, the rookie from Notre Dame. The Falcons took in the 5th round.
Kev, I mentioned this earlier, but Taysom Hill's a load, man. That's like tackling a fullback or a linebacker or something. He packs a punch, man, and it's tough to bring him down. And I mean, he punishes you for trying to tackle him. Ooh, we got a little friendly fire on his quad right there.
Well, they tend to Ogundeji will step aside in Atlanta. Such a sad week a week ago, not only losing John Madden, but losing legendary head coach Dan Reeves over Bronco Giants, and of course Falcons coach. 190 regular season wins as a head coach. Took the Falcons to Super Bowl 33, did the Dirty Bird after their victory in the NFC Championship game. Dan Reeves passing away at the age of 77 on New Year's Day. First time that the Falcons have been home since we lost Coach Reeves, and a moment of silence before the game for a beloved Atlanta icon. On 3rd down and 2.
79 in there. They put an extra lineman inside just to run Taysom Hill.
And to do that and get the 1st down on 3rd and 2, he picks up 5 to the 25-yard line. Saints trying to win and get themselves to the playoffs.
If you're going to bring in 316 extra pounds up front, you might as well run behind him. And that's exactly what they did with Taysom Hill and let him do the rest. Basically fall forward, deliver a couple blows on the way. You see him even, having trouble holding on to that football with his right hand. Better cover that thing up with 2 hands. This Falcons defense is going to get greedy and start swiping at it.
Really good start, though, for Taysom Hill. 107 yards, touchdown, 1st down at the 25-yard line. Hill will keep it again. Not much there that time, maybe a yard. Sean Williams creeping up to the line of scrimmage to make the stop from the secondary.
Looked like he had a 2-way go, like he could have gone up to the top.
And Hill is still down at the end of that play. Trevor Siemian is the Saints' backup. And Taysom Hill down.
He went down kind of quick. It looked like they had a two-way go with Kamara. He's going to have to come out for a play.
At least.
It looks like Simeon's coming, getting warmed up.
Kind of landed in an awkward fashion. Boy, in a game the Saints have to win and everything going their way on the West Coast with the Rams up 17-0. The last thing they want to do is lose Taysom Hill for any amount of time in this one, clinging to a 1-point lead on the road in Atlanta.
That's just one of those issues when you have a quarterback that runs as hard as he does and at the frequency that he does, he just is susceptible to those kind of hits, and it's just so unfortunate because they sure do have a lot at stake and everything's going their way. You see in the top left corner, the Rams are on top with a comfortable lead late in the second. Now Trevor Simeon's got some work to do. Keep the Saints team on top.
He started 4 games this year. Simeon to throw on second down, looking for the end zone. Incomplete off the fingertips of Ty Montgomery.
And watch Trevor Simeon move this middle safety. It's just a sluggo seam. He had a sluggo to Traquan Smith, a seam up the other way, and this ball gets thrown just a tick late. And how about Terrell? I mean, A.J. Terrell made a pick that same way, overlapping on an inside seam last week. And this week he almost does it again.
Both Terrell and Montgomery remain down in the end zone. We'll be back in a moment. This game's one epic weekend. The road to Super Bowl 56 starts here. And for the Saints, they'd like it to start with them. But Taysom Hill banged up on the last play and in the medical tent. Trevor Simeon out there at quarterback with a 3rd and 9 for New Orleans. Pressure coming. Simeon with time throws it incomplete, and there's a flag. Traquan Smith being covered by Fabian Moreau, and it'll go against Atlanta. Saints are going to get a first down.
Well, here's the hold on the outside.
Defense number 22
against Fabian Moreau. You see him all over that jersey.
Yeah, you can see the jersey tug on the shoulder.
And if you watch that pass pro from the back end, I mean, Grantis, number 46, they bring him in to block on some of these 3rd and longs. But he goes in and cleans up the mess up front. Trevor Simeon did an excellent job of drifting away from that pressure, buying himself some time.
The foul was the 13-yard line. 13. It's 1st and 10.
Not 1st and goal. They're going to need to get the chains set. So 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. There's a 9-yard penalty. From the 13, 1st down. Simeon throwing for Smith. End zone. Did he pull it in? He did. What a touchdown for Traquan Smith. And the Saints extend the lead.
And what a throw. Just top shelf on top of the helmet. It's, whoa. Traquan Smith with hands like flypaper snagged that thing. And that's exactly what you want. Sean Payton's going to be so proud of that throw because that ball is going on a beeline to about 5-6 yards out of bounds. And it's Traquan Smith's job to go cut that thing off in midair. What a play, what a throw, what a catch.
There's a penalty after the play.
For removing his helmet. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
As Taysom Hill heads to the locker room, this is the 15-yard penalty when Traquan Smith ripped his helmet off in the field of play. Can't do that. 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. Trevor Simeon with his 10th touchdown pass of the year. And Brett Maher on for the extra point, and now we stop this one. So Taysom Hill going to the locker room with his shoe off.
But you saw that game plan immediately change as soon as Trevor Siemian came in. It was bombs away, essentially, and just a different approach.
Maher missed a 34-yard field goal last trip down here. This 33-yard extra point is good, and a 14-6 lead thanks to the acrobatic grab by Traquan Smith. Saints trying to win their way to the postseason. Sean Payton knows the road. A lot has happened in the last couple of minutes of this game. First, Taysom Hill goes down injured, and the Saints have to change quarterback play as Taysom Hill limps off, carrying his left shoe in his right hand. So Trevor Siemian enters the game. What does Trevor Siemian do? Throws a touchdown pass. Traquan Smith in the end zone, able to pull it in against his helmet. Get the points on the board. Big grin on the face for Trevor Siemian. And a little dance for Sean Payton.
Oh, a little, okay. 1-2, a little step back, fadeaway jumper, I think. And Sean Payton was on the wrong page there offensively.
But he's been on the right page with his two quarterbacks. And really, if you're a Saints fan, do you expect anything less than having to do this with multiple players in key positions? That's been the story all year long for this Saints team.
I mean, the only constant on this team is their defense, and they're comfortable with this lead right now. Get ready for them to continue to stack this box and force Matt Ryan to beat him on the edge.
Avery Williams, after that kickoff because of the penalty, back 15 yards behind. So a 14-6 lead for the Saints, and here comes Matt Ryan onto the field. The game on the West Coast is motoring, almost halftime out there, and the Rams have a 17-0 lead. If they hang on and the Saints hang on, the New Orleans Saints will claim that final spot in the NFC playoffs. Next weekend, they would play the Rams. Long way to go in this one, though. Matt Ryan, 6 of 9 for 68 yards to start this ball game. With time, Ryan looking deep for Gage, and it's intercepted! A one-hand pick! Paulson and Debo! What a snare! And out of bounds at the 45.
Are you kidding me? How about Spider-Man No Way Home? I mean, he snagged that thing out of the air. Look at this catch. Oh, wow. And look at the sideline. Just a simple go ball with a quick stutter move by Gage. And not a badly thrown ball. I mean, that's going to about the right place, and a Debo just comes up huge for this defense. Oh, and you see the frustration from Matt Ryan, and then it's team picture day as it's become with all these turnovers on defense.
Dennis Allen.
Exactly how I taught you, son. Well executed.
Third interception for a Debo, the rookie, played 100% of the snaps last week. His role continuing to grow. They go 6 offensive linemen to start with Kamara in the backfield. And Kamara on the ground went right up the middle. No. Oh, I'm sorry. 4-yard pickup on the play. It was a run right. Yes, you're right. So tell me this. What did you see that indicated, or was it the sound?
No, you heard him yell up front, kill, 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 and then you see the centers and guards and tackles. Everybody's communicating and screaming that, hey, we're pointing out, this linebacker to the right side of the screen. You got a pretty good idea. One of these days, the defensive guys will figure that out.
They haven't yet, though, right?
Yeah, you hear them. They just say, okay, 45, and then they say, kill, 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 54. So just find 54. That's where they're going.
Here's Kamara on second down, hops over some trash in the backfield, and he's got a first down to the 42-yard line. Pickup of 8 for Kamara.
Montgomery is the one, number 88, the tight end, sprung that thing because he's got to slide across the formation and cut off that free defensive end who has a free run at the running back in the backfield. He did an excellent job of getting low and cutting him and preventing him from stopping that play before it got started. Kamara felt it, read it off of his block, and did what he does, jumping over some trash, like you said.
Tony Jones now in the backfield. He'll get the carry on first down, and Jones rumbles to the 36-yard line. 4 minutes to go in this first half, and New Orleans, 2 quarterbacks with 10 touchdown passes each this season for the first time in franchise history. Jameis Winston and Trevor Siemian.
Listen, it hasn't been pretty, but just to get them in a position to get first downs, to dial up touchdown plays that they can execute, once again, just a testament to Sean Payton and his staff offensively, getting guys prepared. That's so hard to do, and he's managed to do it.
Jones again, trying the left side, can't go anywhere. We were talking to Sean Payton, and he said, I asked him about game planning. It's got to be difficult to game plan players in and out, quarterbacks in and out. He said, it's like you're trying to get a recipe going and you don't have guys who even know how to boil water. He says, maybe this week with Taysom out there, Kamara out there, we could have a 5 or 6 course meal. Well, now you're back down to let's just make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and hope that tides us over until we can find somebody who cooks food again, because now you've got a quarterback change. Siemian didn't get as many reps this week in practice.
And remember, he was used to Emeril Lagasse, and that would be Drew Brees for a long time. So that sure is a change for him. But this is a crucial 3rd down, and they might have just shot themselves in the foot. Flinching outside was Montgomery.
False start, offense, number 88. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
So the chef goes back to his recipes to find something for 3rd and 9 to cook up.
Bam. All right.
A 14-6 lead for New Orleans. Halftime in Los Angeles, 17-0 Rams.
And really with the field position here, they got a chance to go for it on 4th down, or at least get close and settle for a field goal.
Siemian, pocket collapsing, throws on the run. Montgomery with a catch, but an outstanding tackle by the rookie Darren Hall. That's a really good play at the 40-yard line to make the stop. Only a 1-yard pickup on the play, with Fowler providing the heat.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 6.
Oh, wow. I mean, Fowler comes from all the way on the outside.
At the end of the play. Automatic first down.
And, there go.
It's the head. Yep, it's the head contact.
See, those kind of, I mean, he's coming all the way outside. Kamara missed him. Yep, the right hand hits the head. Oh, I mean, it's those details that are just so frustrating for Arthur Smith. You see him right there. And, man, I mean, that's the difference in settling for field goals and stopping teams and giving them 3 downs.
2-minute warning in Atlanta. Well, so far, it's been quite an interesting first half. Touchdown pass for Adam Troutman. Younghoe Koo comes back with a field goal that curves in, tying his career-long 54-yarder. Taysom Hill injured and heads to the locker room early with his shoe in his hand. Trevor Siemian enters and throws a touchdown pass. Matt Ryan, an interception, and then a big penalty mark a moment ago that extends this Saints possession with a first down. Siemian checks it to Kamara, and Kamara with the speed up the sideline. That didn't look like he was getting anything, and he just outran the angle to the 20-yard line.
I mean, that looked like a 3-4 yard loss, and Kamara did the rest. But Trevor Siemian just understanding, hey, we don't have anything downfield. We just got a gift that landed in our lap. Watch this. Open field tackle on number 41. Are you kidding me? Good luck, man. They're lucky he stepped out of bounds. But Trevor Siemian understanding the situation. It's first down and just get a completion.
Timeout used with the injury to Dante Fowler, who walks off to the sideline. We'll be right back after this message from Progressive.
Oh, there's my little nephew. He looks more like Dad every time I see him. Dad is old. Right. So your message said you wanted to talk about insurance? I said I want you to talk about insurance. Well, most people know that bundling home and auto saves you money. Keep saying your words. But did you know that new customers who bundle and save with Progressive can save an average of $800? Sleeping baby. I love you too.
Falcons fans trying to get this place rocking. You heard quite a few cheers when the interception occurred from Paulson Adebo a moment ago. Some of the key numbers, the Saints are getting it done on the ground today, Mark Sanchez. 108 yards rushing, and that time of possession reflecting in that almost 20 minutes with the football in their hands.
Well, that's been huge, and they've gotten a little bit of help from this Falcons defense on third down, committing huge fouls and penalties on 3rd and long.
They took that timeout. They initially charged a timeout, but then the player Kamara had stepped out of bounds, so no charged timeout. So each team still with 3 timeouts, and a 3rd and 3 coming up for the Saints. Up 14-6 in a game they have to win. It's a playoff game essentially for the New Orleans Saints. And things are going their way out on the West Coast. They need San Francisco to lose, and the Niners down 17-3 at half. Simeon looking, sideline, incomplete. Wanted Juwan Johnson, just couldn't fit it in there with the coverage in front.
I was just a little surprised at this play call. You're going to see him run the wheel like that. But I was just shocked that, one, Trevor didn't maybe try and throw that back shoulder. He does a little bit. It's kind of in between. But he obviously knew they were going for it, because I thought they would have ran that. The way they've been running the ball and controlling this line of scrimmage.
And they're going to take a timeout. Kind of surprised they're not bringing the field goal unit out here.
And now they're bringing in Jordan Mills.
Well, with the timeout, as they discuss what to do on 4th and 3, let's check in with Kurt Menefee to see what's coming up on the Verizon halftime.
Hey, Kurt, what are you doing? Don't you know we have to do Verizon halftime highlights?
That's right. We have a Week 18 now. I forgot.
I got this. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Coming up, we've got highlights of the games and an updated look at the playoff picture.
Wow, that's a great read by you.
I liked it. Sure did.
We'll see you at the half.
Hey, we'll see you at the half, people. It's a good one right there now.
Always enjoy seeing those. Here comes the field goal.
At least 4 takes, by the way.
No, that was there. They do that all in one. Don't spoil the recipes there. All right, so Brett Maher on for a field goal try to stretch this to a 17-6 lead. He missed from 34 earlier. This is 37 for the former Nebraska Cornhusker. Good snap, good hold. Maher's kick is good. Sneaks in through the right side, and a 17-6 lead for the Saints. We'll be right back after this message from Bank of America.
Ever wonder what everyone's doing on their phones? They're banking with Bank of America. His girlfriend just caught the bouquet, so he's checking in on that ring fund. Oh, that photographer? He's looking for something a little more zen, so he's thinking I'll open a yoga studio. And as for the father of the bride, he's checking to see if he's on track to do this all over again. And again.
Bank of America's digital tools are so impressive, you just can't stop banking.
Trevor Siemian and the Saints put 3 more on the board, a 17-6 lead. 1:03 remaining. For joining us late, Taysom Hill injured, went to the locker room with his shoe in his hand. Lower body injury, it would appear. No official word yet from the Saints, but right now it's Trevor Siemian's game, the 29-year-old product of Northwestern. Through the end zone for the touchback, and it has been quite a season for New Orleans at the quarterback position. Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill, Trevor Siemian, Ian Book, all starting games at the quarterback spot. If this team makes the playoffs, it'd be the first time since the 2015 Houston Texans that a team made the playoffs with 4 different quarterbacks starting at least one game.
I remember that. They had to go up to Cincy or Baltimore, I want to say. Yeah, that didn't go so well.
It's tough to do. I mean, it's tough enough to just get into the position for that. Jameis Winston working the sideline, giving congratulations, but Saints are trying to take care of business here, and they're counting on the Rams to continue what they're doing out west. Ryan to Davis, well defended. That was read so beautifully by Malcolm Jenkins. The ball popping out on the sideline and out of bounds. Is this going to be a fumble and the Saints football? The officials conferring.
That'd be 2 consecutive first down plays.
And it is the Saints' ball.
Malcolm Jenkins, what a play. Look at, he realized it's a fumble.
Watch it again.
I mean, one of the best.
Ooh, that ball looked like it's moving a little bit.
It was moving before his elbow goes down, for sure.
New Orleans first down.
But what a physical play by a guy who played corner at Ohio State. We played against each other in the Coliseum when I was at SC. Played against each other early in our careers when he was with the Saints, and then we're together as locker mates. But watch this ball. I don't know. Dean, what do you think, buddy?
Yeah, it's really close. 2 things you got to look at. Number 1, is it a catch? And I think it is. He has control, takes a couple of steps. And now you're looking, is that ball coming loose before the right arm hits the ground? It can be slightly moving, but is it separating from the arm? Really close. This is a great look at it. The arm definitely hits. Right there, does he have control of it? That's what they're going to have to determine here.
Boy, and it is so close, but it looks like it has been
overturn at least.
Yeah, it's been confirmed because the offense is on the field, and the Saints have their 5th trip to the red zone. So it's a fumble, and it's New Orleans ball at the 11-yard line. Simeon looking for 6, and instead it's incomplete.
A little miscommunication there, but I think he thought there was going to be a wheel route, and Traquan Smith was going to be looking over his other shoulder. Atlanta knew exactly what was coming, but I can't say enough about Malcolm Jenkins. We were together on the Eagles. He was my locker mate, and what he did for that locker room and what they know him for in New Orleans, in the community, with the social justice movement, with the Players Coalition, and then, you know, add a little icing on the cake. The guy knows how to dress, man. He was always sharp, dressed to the nines.
Kamara down to the 5-yard line. Were you a tidy locker mate?
I was okay.
You're okay?
I mean, nothing to write home about, but okay. Malcolm kept everything pretty neat, kept it pretty fair, loved to talk smack, loved to pick my brain and just understand from a quarterback's perspective what we were trying to accomplish, how we were trying to attack different zones and man coverage. Always a student of the game, and what an impressive career he's put together. But, I mean, one of the heartbeats of this defense, not afraid to come up and make big plays like that, big physical plays that they need.
10 seconds and counting to go until halftime. 3rd down and 4 for the Saints. Simeon looking for the end zone. He's got a man. Touchdown! He found Jawan Johnson, and the Saints stretch the lead to 23-6.
And watch this. The tight end's going to run across your screen, park it right behind 54, and expect 34 Hill to help him right here. He's got to get over into that zone. He's basically passing him off to the next backer. And look at that spatial awareness by Johnson. And all that was created by Malcolm Jenkins in the big physical play out in the flat. Wow. What a turn of events. Those 2 turnovers, a couple key penalties on Atlanta's defense to extend some drives for New Orleans. And New Orleans in command here.
And if they haven't heard the score from Los Angeles until they get to halftime, they'll certainly hear it when they get to the locker room as the extra point clangs off the upright and caroms through, making it 24-6.
Laura, I got to know if Laura Oakman's going to ask Sean Payton if he told the guys. But watch this strike from Trevor Simeon. And that's precision, accuracy. He had to throw that ball on the 8, not the 3, and he nailed it. Exactly what he needed. He knew it was going to be a front end line throw. You want that thing at your belly button or lower, but I got to know if Coach Payton even says anything to these guys, but I want Laura to know. I want Laura to ask him.
Well,
Pin him down, Laura.
This is tough because this is, again, what's at stake. Saints have to win. Niners have to lose. If that happens, the Saints are in the postseason. They lose their starting quarterback. Walk me through the week briefly for Trevor Simeon. What did he have from a rep standpoint? How difficult is what he's doing? He's come into this ballgame. He's 3 of 6. He has 2 touchdown passes.
And he looks so comfortable and so calm. He's seeing the field great. He's throwing the ball away in safe places, but all week long, Kev, all you get is some scout team reps. I mean, and he's potentially splitting some of those with Ian Book. So I don't know, since the last time he's played, if he's thrown many balls to the starting group. But then again, the starting group might have to run a little scout team as well. So They sure are undermanned, but that hasn't hurt their spirit or their fight.
Darren Bates returning that short kickoff to close our. That was today's game flow, brought to you by Progressive. A 24-6 lead for the New Orleans Saints as we welcome you back to the booth. That's Mark Sanchez. I'm Kevin Kugler. Impressive first half for New Orleans in a game they have to win in order to have a shot at the playoffs.
And it really was Trevor Siemian coming in and coming out big for this team, but he's gotten a ton of help from his defense, and that's guys on the perimeter causing fumbles like Malcolm Jenkins, and then a huge interception from Adebo to give them another short field. Atlanta, giving this thing away, they really got to turn it around if they want to stay competitive.
Well, you're talking a team in Atlanta that has had 17 total plays. New Orleans has had 11 plays in the red zone alone. Taysom Hill injured. Matt Ryan with 7 for 11, 62 yards passing. Those turnovers on consecutive plays, first time since week 11 they did that on consecutive plays against the New England Patriots.
We see one team obviously playing for something and another team struggling to stay out of their own way. Too many penalties, costly third and long penalties that extend drives for New Orleans have really come back to bite them.
Avery Williams, a yard and a half deep, will bring it out. Williams to the 25, up the right sideline and shoved out shy of the 35-yard line. Let's check in downstairs with Laura Oakman.
All right, we are going to be seeing Trevor Siemian right now. Sean Payton said it's a foot injury. It's a Liz Frank. They're still waiting for results from the x-ray. He said if he can go, he will go, but now it is Siemian. I said, what changes? He said, we just have to make sure that we keep him on his feet and he plays smart. We play smart because the emergency quarterback is Alvin Kamara. He would play if anything happened to Siemian. I did ask him, Mark, about the score. If he brought it up, he stopped and asked me, what is the score? I told him it was 17-10, and he said, it's a close game, even more of a reason to have to focus right here on this one.
Makes perfect sense. Thank you, Laura. And there's no scores being shown here in Atlanta. They're not putting them on. The only thing on the scoreboard is visitors. They don't even have the team name of the Saints. We told you this earlier.
Disrespect.
This is what rivalry really means, where you don't even put the name of the team. It's visitors.
You think they acknowledge it, or do they just say, yeah, it was just a glitch? Sorry.
Glitch.
Technical difficulty.
2nd and 4. Saints rush 4. Ryan looking short, and an immediate stop of Mike Davis by C.J. Gardner-Johnson brings up a 3rd down after the 1-yard pickup.
Well, they just try to run a simple, quick game pattern right there to get him into a 3rd and manageable. And Matt Ryan had to roll through that progression a couple times and finally found his back. But the Saints did an excellent job of gathering everybody in their zones and sticking to their targets.
On 3rd and 3. Pressure up the middle. Ryan steps away, throws into traffic, and it's incomplete. Trying to fit it into Kyle Pitts, who has just 1 catch for 1 yard today.
And watch the jump by Malcolm Jenkins. He knows where he's going with this ball. He had already fired and was ready to go break up that ball, making it almost impossible for Pitts. That's just film study. That's savvy veteran play right there by Malcolm Jenkins to understand route concepts and read those plays, really anticipate them before they even happen.
42nd 3 and out forced by the Saints defense. They entered the week tied with Dallas for most in the National Football League. Fair catch called for and made at the 13-yard line. And the Saints with the football when we return. Saints and Falcons battling to close Week 18 in the NFL season. Back in the Old West, 1970 to 94, the division was San Francisco Rams, Atlanta, New Orleans. 49ers dominated 14 division titles. Atlanta, New Orleans brought up the rear of those division titles claimed. And coincidentally, these are the teams watching each other today. Saints win, Niners loss. Puts New Orleans in the playoffs right now. Rams up 17-10, Saints up 24-6. It is trending in a Saints direction, but the Niners closing that gap. They've scored 10 straight against the Rams. And The stakes are high for Sean Payton's team. It's a playoff game, as he said. It's a must-win game in the lineup with 6 offensive linemen and Trevor Siemian back at quarterback after the injury to Taysom Hill. Kamara on first down, trying the left side, and not much there. As we go to Los Angeles, Carissa Thompson with a game break.
Thanks, Kevin. Niners trailing 17-3 in L.A. Jimmy Garoppolo gives it to Deebo Samuel, who scores from 16 yards out, his 8th rushing touchdown of the season, most ever by a wide receiver. Niners down by 7. Kevin?
Carissa, thanks. Niners trying to win their way into the playoffs with that game, but if they lose, the Saints will be able to win their way in Atlanta. Kamara, an opening as he zigzags across the 20 and down a yard shy of the first down. Well, for the first time since he took ownership of the Falcons franchise, Arthur Blank is not in the building today. He has COVID, still within the CDC's recommended quarantine period. He's been vaccinated, he's had the booster shot, he's encouraging others to get him. He said he's doing well, he's in great spirits, has mild symptoms. We know he is watching today. Mr. Blank, hope you're feeling much better as you heal up about with COVID.
Absolutely. And then they go again with their 6 offensive linemen up front.
On 3rd and 1, it's Kamara. Oh, nifty footwork to find the opening and get the first down to the 36-yard line. That's a 13-yard run on 3rd and 1.
Watch this move back inside. Once he feels the defense get outside of him. You can't teach that. That's God-given. And wow, is he special to watch. Look at that vision and quickness. His balance and speed. His acceleration is second to none. And that's why he's the emergency quarterback.
Exactly. You know what? Why not have a 5th quarterback in there? They're going to ask for Calvin Throckmorton to come out of the game. You know, officials can do this when they believe there's a reason to bring a player out. So they're bringing Throckmorton out. Will Clapp, just up from the practice squad, will come in, and Throckmorton will be ushered into the blue medical tent.
He looked a little confused. He gave him the palms up, like, what am I doing here?
Still is as he goes into the tent. Hopefully all will be well with him. Kamara 3 yards away from a 100-yard day. He is out for the moment. Jones in the backfield. On 1st and 10. Siemian, backside pressure, throws it short, trying to hit Tony Jones, and the pass incomplete.
And just a throwaway, Trevor knew. They stayed on top of all the deep routes. I think he might have had a shot on the deep cross here. He's got the post going over the top. Boom, taking these two, and then I think he's going to get that deep cross right in here. Felt a little pressure and made the safe play to get rid of that thing in the dirt, but another half a second he might have saw that deep crosser that.
2nd and 10. Pressure comes. He lost the ball. It slipped out of his hands, and fortunately for the Saints, Alvin Kamara was right there.
This is just going to be a draw, and what he's going to do is fake this throw outside, and you see it just slip out of his hands, and then he hands it to Kamara. That's really the idea, is you fake one of those quick little smoke routes to the outside where the receiver just turns around, just to hold the defense for a second, to give the offensive lineman a little advantage to get up to the 2nd level. You're really trying to hold those backers, make them look outside for half a second, and give the lineman a chance to get the right angle and spring Kamara. Unfortunately, the ball fell to the turf.
3rd and 14. They'll set up the screen to Kamara with blockers in front. Kamara reading those blocks, lunging for the first down yardage, and he's just short as we check in very quickly with Carissa Thompson, who's got a game break.
Quickly, Kevin, I'll tell you that the Niners trailed by as much as 17, but Jimmy Garoppolo hands it off to Deebo Samuel, who throws it to Jawan Jennings, 24-yard score, all tied at 17.
What a turnaround. 17 straight points.
Wow, that was fast, too. How'd they get that?
Got the field goal right at the end of the half, and then boom, boom, 2 touchdowns.
Here we go. Back to the action up front, but watch these guys. They got the 6-0 linemen again. Going for it on 4th down, and they're motioning the O-lineman.
And Siemian trying to sneak it. Flag flies as Siemian is stacked up. He got pushed back at the 45-yard line.
looked like it was almost a horse collar on Fowler, grabbing Simeon to pull him back, but we'll see where they spot it. Sure was a stalemate up front.
Illegal formation. Offense. Number 79 reported as eligible and then was covered up by an eligible receiver. The result of the play.
So the receivers
short of the line to gain. The penalties declined. First down, Atlanta.
So when you bring in that extra O lineman, he essentially becomes right here. He's right here, and then he's essentially a tight end. Those guys have to be off the ball. You can't cover him because he's an eligible guy.
So a timeout in Atlanta. Saints turn it over on downs. February 6th, the storied venue that's seen everything has never seen anything like this. NASCAR comes to the Los Angeles Coliseum for the very first Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. Sunday, February 6th, only on Fox. Look at that. How cool is that going to be?
Let's go.
The house that Mark Sanchez built becomes a NASCAR spot.
What I've always dreamed of.
I believe you said many, many years ago, someday when they race NASCAR here, I hope they remember me. End quote.
Yeah, it sounds like something.
It really does. 17-17 in Los Angeles, late in the third. Saints need a Ram win and a win themselves over Atlanta. New Orleans just turned it over on downs on a fourth down sneak that went nowhere, and the flip to the motion man Russell Gage going high in the air. Russell Gage climbing the ladder all the way down to the 29-yard line.
Watch him get up to the second floor here. Oh, the slow-mo jump. Get up there, kid. And then land it. That was impressive stuff. Whew.
Marcus Williams wondered where he went. We have not seen Cordero Patterson in the backfield for a long time. Mike Davis has been the main running back.
Nickel.
And Davis gets the carry, shedding tackles down to the Saints' 25-yard line.
You saw Matt Ryan before that play canning that. You heard him say, can, and do the throat slash. Letting everybody know, throw the first play in the trash can. He went to the line of scrimmage with 2 plays and felt the nickel, Gardner Johnson, number 22, coming off the edge. And you see him stand up. Right there, that's what he saw, coming off the edge. And he wisely runs away from that before it got blown up in the backfield.
2nd and 6, toss play Davis. Short side, room to run, first down and out of bounds inside the 20-yard line.
Caleb McGarrett does an excellent job. This right tackle gets Demario Davis hooked to spring this thing, but he's going to widen and hook Demario Davis right inside. Watch right here. That's all he needed to do is slam on the brakes just to spring Mike Davis. That's huge, and that's not easy because Demario Davis has the right angle on him. And Demario Davis can fly. He's physical, he's tough, he's smart, but he can really move. Huge block by McGarry to get him a new set of downs.
9-yard run, the longest of the day for Atlanta. Ryan looking for the end zone. Jump ball for Tajay Sharp. The pass incomplete and no flags down.
Tajay Sharp got away with a little push, but both players, eyes on the football, doing their best to go grab it. And Matt Ryan put it in the only place he could. Recognizing quarters coverage, which essentially turned out almost like man-to-man there.
First trip to the red zone. Cordero Patterson back out now. In motion is Patterson with Davis, the running back.
But what a game for Adebo. I mean, the guy's a rookie, already has a one-handed pick, and then a pass defense right there.
Toss play to Davis. Nice cutback, and Mike Davis down to the 10-yard line. Brings up a big third down for Atlanta and for New Orleans, trying to win themselves into a position to go to the postseason.
Shocked we haven't seen more Cordero Patterson, especially in these third down situations. Now he's going off the field. But you know, in these kind of situations, you just want your best guys out on the field. Get your best horses out there and let them run. You got Pitts for sure on the inside of this little bunch up top. You hear him say Monday he's going on one.
It's Davis again on 3rd and 4, and he's not going to get there. Stopped at the 8, 4th down, and the Falcons down 24-6. Their season ends after today. Why not go for it here?
Oh, no doubt. But once again, get your best players on the field.
See in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, they have gone to the 4th quarter. Still tied at 17 apiece. Saints need a Rams win and a Saints win to play the Rams next week in the postseason. Quadri Allison on the field for the first time today on 4th down and 2. Ryan tried the shovel pass, and it's batted away by Cameron Jordan.
Look at Cam Jordan. I mean, you're not fooling that guy.
Right up the gut. Jordan says, rejected.
That was quick, little Matumbo. Woo.
The quartet in the Dome Patrol. Ricky Jackson, Pat Swilling, Vaughn Johnson, and Sam Mills. They played together from 1986 to 92, collectively making 18 Pro Bowls. All 4 players made the 1992 Pro Bowl, marking the first and only time one team has sent 4 linebackers to the game. Now, moments ago, Cam Jordan, who has over 100 sacks in his career, along with Ricky Jackson, the only 2 to ever do it as a Saint, told us this when we talked with him earlier in the week. He said, on the rivalry, quote, it's always black and gold over black and red. Who dat versus, what do they say? Rise up. They haven't risen to a challenge since 2015. He said, we will deliver on this game. Don't question that. And he has been red hot down the stretch, making the block a moment ago. But 7.5 sacks in the previous 3 games entering play. He has been wreaking havoc and 22 career sacks against the Falcons, the most, of course, that he has against any team.
Gotten after this group between him and Davenport. That whole front, so physical, so tough. There's their 6 offensive linemen again.
And flags fly. Motion will turn 2nd and 4 to 2nd and 9.
Ball start. Offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
The extra O lineman, Jordan Mills.
Cam Jordan hasn't gotten the quarterback yet today, but he sacked Matt Ryan 22 times, the most sacks versus the same quarterback since 1982. I don't know if he's reminded Jameis Winston, now that he's a teammate, that he got him 9.5 times in his career. I'm sure Jameis remembers.
That had to factor into the move to New Orleans.
Yeah, exactly, to avoid Cam Jordan.
Right.
2nd and 9 after the penalty. Kamara over 100 yards on the day and works his way forward for 2 to the 11-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and long. Saints in their worst starting field position of the day after the stop.
Saints really just trying to run this thing out, use those extra linemen, bring in some extra guys, but now they got to go into 11 personnel and try and air this thing out. Nothing wrong with a check down and letting 41 work. Kamara lines up, he's all the way out at the bottom of your screen.
And Taysom Hill getting injured in the 2nd quarter as Laura Oakland reported the Liz Frank injury. Simeon, one-handed grab at the 16-yard line by Deontay Harris. Not going to get the first down, but he kept it from getting deflected and or intercepted as he snared it for 5.
Look at this thing between him and Adebo. I want whatever gloves those guys are wearing.
That's just an absurd catch. He caught it by the tip of the football. But on to punt is Blake Gillikin. First New Orleans punt of the evening. Avery Williams at the 33. First man misses in Montgomery. Williams breaks a tackle at the 40-yard line, and Williams down at the 44. And a timeout in Atlanta. Saints with a 24-6 lead. The defense coming back to work, trying to preserve their hopes at a playoff berth. 17-17 in the fourth quarter between San Francisco and Los Angeles. Saints need to win here. They need the Rams to win. And the Saints would be playoff bound. New Orleans up 24-6 as Matt Ryan goes back to work. Off play action, Ryan looking deep over the middle. And the pass almost intercepted by Adebo again. Had his hands on it against Russell Gage.
I mean, that was like a Willie Mays over the shoulder. Look at this. Oh, just the back end of the football. Look at, they're going to show a quick little in route, boom, and try and run right by the safety. Adebo was all over him. Whew. He practically ran the route for him.
His third-round pick is continuing to look better and better each week. He didn't play last year, opted out of the 2020 season at Stanford with the COVID pandemic raging. First team all Pac-12 2 years ago in 2019. Second and 10. Ryan will go up top again, down the sideline. Hayden Hurst with the grab against Quan Alexander. And a first down deep in New Orleans territory at the 23.
And Alexander just mistimes the jump a little bit. Turns a little too early. And Hayden Hurst, the focus and concentration, bring that ball in. Finally, Atlanta, a little life.
Matt Ryan wants to get the ball to snap it, and he does. Off the play fake, Ryan rolling to the right. Catch is made down at the 20-yard line. They wanted to snap it quick because I don't think they want anybody to look at Hayden Hurst's feet on the sideline.
Yeah, just a little wide and go route. Matt Ryan saw that he had a step on him and gave him a chance to make the catch. Looks like he got his right foot, left knee in.
This would be a good look right here. One. Yep.
Got it.
Coach Madden used to say 1 knee equals 2 feet.
We'll take it.
Allison in the backfield. Allison's first carry. Up the middle. Room to roam. All the way for the touchdown. He broke the Jenkins tackle, and he went in for 6.
Jenkins had him, and he ran right through the tackle, but watch, they're going to run Keith Smith through. And it's Allison's job to just find a hole, and that's exactly what he does. Gets up to the third level, and that's the safety. His play to make. Allison running hard. Still in this thing. Don't count these Falcons out quite yet.
Extra point try by Koo is good. And Quadri Allison with the touchdown to bring the Falcons a little bit closer late in the third. So a check around the league in the first ever Week 18 in the National Football League season. The Jags stunned Indianapolis. I mean, absolutely stunning.
What did you just say?
I know. Titans secure the #1 seed. Ryan Tannehill 4 touchdowns. Derrick Henry coming back after the bye. That's looking real good for the Titans. Steelers stay alive with a win.
Wow.
TJ Watt ties the NFL single-season sack record, 22.5 sacks for TJ Watt. And our situation is this. The Saints have a 24-13 lead. They must win this game. Then they must cross their fingers that the Rams can defeat their rivals, the San Francisco 49ers. If that happens, Sean Payton's team is back in the playoffs once more. They need a little help. And right now a 17-17 game early in the fourth on the West Coast. Matt Ryan trying to figure out a way to spoil the party for New Orleans.
And they were just rolling with all the momentum. Hoping they could just run out this clock and Trevor Siemian wouldn't have to put this ball in the air too many more times after not getting many reps this week.
Deontay Harris taking the knee for the touchback. This is the 106th meeting between these two teams, but only one's come to the playoffs. Bobby Hebert put the Saints up early with a 26-yard strike to Floyd Turner. But Michael Haynes, 2 touchdown receptions, including a 61-yarder with 2:41 left. Gave the Falcons the 27-20 win at the Superdome. Stakes not quite as high for the Falcons in this game. They know their season is over. They were eliminated last week in the loss at Buffalo that we were there to see. But the Saints have everything to play for today. But they're going to have to do it right now without Taysom Hill. That foot injury has kept him out since the second quarter. Simeon off the play fake. On first down, checks over the middle. Catch made by Traquan Smith, and Smith wrestled down by Aluakan after a pickup of around 8.
That was huge. They tried to get back to that deep crossing route that Trevor had missed earlier. But that time, Deion Jones hunted up that deep crossing route and opened up that underneath window to Smith that Trevor Siemian found immediately, and with enough time and enough accuracy to gain those 8 yards. That's huge on first down to get a positive completion like that.
And now you bring in that 6th offensive lineman, as they've done on 2nd and short. Give the ball to Kamara, trying to get to the outside. Excellent play by Fabian Moreau. I mean, what a tackle around the ankle at the 31-yard line. Brings up 3rd down for New Orleans. And
watch him knife in right here inside. That's dangerous because Kamara can really bounce these runs. So if he misses that, he could potentially be off to the races. And then look at Deion Fowler on the outside, number 6, trying to contain. Textbook play by Moreau, but a gamble nonetheless.
3rd and 3. Saints trying to convert after the 8-yard play on first down. Falcons rush just 3. Simeon to the sideline. Flag is down. Catch made by Traquan Smith and ushered out near the 46-yard line. We'll wait and see about the flag. Sean Williams is saying it's on the Saints. Traquan Smith saying it's on the Falcons. The deciding vote goes to Craig Wrolstad.
Prior to the pass, holding. Defense number 22. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
Watch this. He's going to get inside leverage, get up, and then break out. Just a little hand fighting on both sides. I see it. I see it. A little extra by Smith there at the end. Might have got away with one. I would have left it at a no call myself. That's why I'm up here and they're down there.
Were you about to be an official, but then you moved up to the booth?
I just didn't look good in the Foot Locker outfit.
Kamara on first down. Flag down behind the play. Kamara with a first down for the moment after the 11-yard run, but this one likely coming back.
Illegal hands to the face. Defense, number 98. That 5-yard penalty is added to the end of the play, automatic. First down.
Not coming back, but this was almost a real bad play for the Saints. Alvin Kamara fortunate to hang on to this.
Right here. And look at this ball start to come out.
Number 79 has reported as eligible. Ooh. Number 79 is eligible.
I mean, that was close. And to re-secure that in traffic.
And in stride.
And not lose any momentum. Impressive. On first down, this is Jones. Bouncing outside and gets something down near the 35-yard line. And that might take us to the end of the third quarter. 4-yard run for Tony Jones. And this clock can run to the fourth. And that's what Trevor Siemian is going to do. He's like, yeah, we'll just let that clock run.
Take a little breather, boys. Let's regroup here. And
they need a win to keep their hopes of a postseason bid alive. They need help in California. They need a Rams win. Rams and Niners tied at 17 in the fourth. We head to the fourth in Atlanta with the Saints up 24-13. Final quarter of the final week of the NFL regular season, and it's 17-17 in Los Angeles. Niners win that game, they're in, and the playoff field is set. If the Rams win that game and the Saints win, the Saints are in the playoffs. 15 minutes from now, we'll know, football minutes, exactly who that is. On the AFC side of things, well, there was a lot of tumult today with the Colts losing to the Jaguars. Chargers-Raiders play tonight. Steelers with an outside shot at a playoff berth. Still alive in what might be Big Ben's final year as a Steeler. 2nd and 6. Kamara the carry. Bouncing off a tackle. Kamara into the secondary and down at the 22-yard line. 13 more for Kamara, who's closing in on 130 yards rushing.
Watch him stay alive in the hole after he gets wrapped up, but it's just such a high tackle. Watch him power through it with his legs. That low center of gravity and excellent balance. He took a shot at the end of that thing too.
How encouraging is this if you're a Saints fan? He had 120 yards rushing against the Jets when he came back after the knee injury when he missed 4 games. Coming into this one, had rushed for 102 yards total in the last 3. He's at 128 this afternoon. He'll get a breather here as Jones gets the carry. And on first down, Jones down to the 19 where he picks up 3.
They've rushed for 170 as a team, but you can see just total plays and plays in the opponent's territory. I mean, that is pure domination. And a lot of that was set up because of drives being extended with pass interference calls and roughing the passer on 3rd and long. That gave them 3 set of downs down near the goal line. And then the interception and fumble recoveries gave them short fields. This Saints team is playing complementary football, and it's showing.
On second down, Kamara tripped up.
Look at him dance in the hole.
Had a little crease, but was just tripped up. Taysom Hill hasn't been in the game since the second quarter. This is why. An injury occurring in that second quarter with his foot. As Laura Oakman was told, a Liz Frank is what they're concerned about. If he could play, he would play, but he has not returned since that moment.
Another crucial 3rd down, 3rd and short, and they've been completely comfortable with Trevor throwing some of these balls. They're going to take another look at this one. Reassess the play call.
Timeout called by the Saints.
Last couple 3rd and shorts, Trevor Siemian's been airing it out.
All right, so 12:59 remaining in this 4th quarter. And that's Mark Sanchez. I'm Kevin Kugler. Laura Oakman is with us on the field. 24-13 lead for, as it says on the scoreboard, the visitors. We know they're the New Orleans Saints. What do you have to do over these final minutes if you're New Orleans to try to close this out, at least do your part to get into the postseason?
Well, coming away with 3 points here is just fine. Not doing anything silly on this 3rd and short. If you get it, great. If you don't, fine. Take the 3 points and move on with a 14-point lead and try and milk this clock. Let the defense suffocate this Atlanta offense that's really had some tough sledding this game. And hope for the best out in L.A.
7:42 remaining in the 4th out there, still 17-17. It was 17-0 Los Angeles in that game. 3rd down and 2 for the Saints. Siemian to the air, to the sideline, caught at the 10, out of bounds at the 5 is Deontay Harris. 1st and goal, New Orleans.
And this is just a route they love to run. It's just a little option route. He can go inside, he can go back outside. He decides to take the out, crosses up A.J. Terrell, number 24 on defense. He thought he might have gone inside. Gave him a quick little hint move. And that's a route they love running to Kamara. But how about the changeup? Deontay Harris. I mean, those are the plays where you got to trust guys that aren't in situations like this on crucial 3rd downs. And Sean Payton has no problem doing it.
10th play of the drive. Not much there for Kamara. 7:40 and counting to go in the 4th. And Jimmy Garoppolo just threw an interception in the end zone. Niners were on their way in, and Garoppolo throws the pick. The Rams get it back still in a 17-17 ball game. Saints need that Rams team to win. They need to hang on here. That makes the Saints a playoff team. Second down and goal.
Bringing it off the edge.
Siemian floating it back corner of the end zone. The jump ball off the hands of Traquan Smith. A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
Oh, you saw Traquan Smith's reaction. That was an incredible throw by Trevor. Oh, he had him. The only place he could have put it. I mean, A.J. Terrell was all over him. And exactly the trajectory, exactly the target line. Wow, two excellent athletes trying to make a play there, and Trevor Siemian shaking his head a little bit because he knew he dropped the dime on.
3rd and goal at the 5. Kamara trying to get outside, can't get away from Deion Jones. Nothing doing. as Jones is all over Kamara and brings up 4th down.
Watch them string this play out, but watch all the pressure coming in from this left side. Everybody playing their gaps perfectly, and then it was Deion Jones keeping contained, number 45. Watch him along the outside. Wait till the last second and make it look attractive on the outside where Kamara wants to go and break contain, and then at the last second he just jumps in front of him, cuts him off, and turns him back into all of his buddies.
27-yard try for Brett Maher to try to make it a 27-13 ball game. And the kick by Maher is good, and the Saints extend the lead to 27-13. More in a moment.
Welcome back. Atlanta High School senior King Walker was the Falcons' honorary captain today after participating in the Falcons Rise Up and Vote campaign, where he learned about democracy and was inspired by Stephen Means, who talked about the importance of elections. Since then, King has been incredibly active with helping high school students learn about democracy. He plans on running for office. Means got so emotional, telling me, how do you explain what it feels like to inspire a kid to make an even bigger impact than you've made in your entire life? He said, I am forever in the stands cheering him on. He's inspired me. I'm inspired by him.
That's a really cool story. The impact you can have on both ends of that relationship is a really cool thing.
It's awesome. Good stuff, man.
Falcons ready to get the football back with Avery Williams, the deep man. 27-13 New Orleans. Trying to do their part to get to the postseason. They need help in Los Angeles from the Rams. 27-13 Saints by 2 scores. The NFL playoffs are here, and it all kicks off with Super Wildcard Weekend. The action gets started with a Saturday doubleheader, followed by a Sunday tripleheader, and for the first time ever, Wildcard Monday. 3 days, 6 games, 1 epic weekend. The road to Super Bowl 56 starts here. Mike Davis, the running back.
Watch Onyemata in here. This guy's been fun to watch all game.
Ryan had to jump that one over the Saints defenders to get the screen going to Davis, who bounces off a tackler and is down at the 29, a pickup of 4. The ball came out at the end of the play. Saints are saying they have it. The officials say they do too. Shy Tuttle able to secure it after Davis coughs it up for the 2nd time.
Alexander punched it out. Onyemata's right there. I mean, these guys just fly to the football. That's their 3rd forced turnover this week. And look at the way these guys celebrate together. They love it. They feed off each other. But I was talking about Onyemata. And the guy, I mean, we know Christian Okoye, the Nigerian nightmare. But this guy's a nightmare for the run game of opposing offenses. So stout in the middle. From Nigeria, goes to college in Canada and Manitoba, and has been dominant inside and plays so well with Davenport and Cam Jordan. He's the perfect fit inside. And he doesn't get double teamed quite as often because everybody's scared about those guys running off the edge. Then you add some linebackers like Davis and Quan Alexander. I mean, if these guys manage to back into the playoffs the way they have, Kev, they're going to be a tough out. And they're going to, bruise and batter somebody in that first round. Nobody's going to want to play these guys.
This defense has been dominant down the stretch, and again today, that's the 3rd one-play drive that ended in a turnover for Atlanta.
Talk about ruining your time of possession. Man. Holy mackerel.
Saints trying to close the season with 4 wins in their last 5 games. They need some help to finish the deal. Rams and Niners playing right now in Los Angeles. They need a Niners win to go with a Saints win. Or rather, a Rams win to go with a Saints win, as Kamara gets a couple. We go downstairs with Laura Open.
You're talking about those one-play drives. When I talked to Arthur Smith at halftime and said, what do you have to do to get into an offensive rhythm? Usually there's a long answer, but he was succinct and right to the point. He said, get the ball back and don't turn it over on the first play of the series. That literally was, how do we get into a rhythm? That's exactly what we have to do, and it's been tough for them to do just that.
Yeah, frustrating day for Arthur Smith. There have been a lot of good things that have happened in the first year of the Smith regime in Atlanta. They have been involved in a lot of close games. They've figured out a way to win those games. It's a bright future ahead if you're a Falcons fan.
Oh, no doubt. He's building something good here. And they have a couple players that they're really going to rely on moving forward.
Going to have some decisions to make moving forward as well. 28 free agents after this season.
That's a lot. This team's going to look a lot different. And every team, you know, you lose 40% of your guys or whatever it is in the NFL. There's always a ton of turnover, which is fine, but you know, you got to keep some of these core guys that really understand what their coach wants. And I think they're off to a great start. They were knocking on the door of the playoffs with 2 weeks left. And with everything they've been through, that says a lot. They just kept them focused and kept them on track.
3rd and 6. Kamara with a blocker in front. Sheds one tackle, stretching the football out to try to get the first down at the 19-yard line. Where will they spot it? Right at the edge of the 19. Fabian Moreau shoved him out.
You see Sean Payton, he's kind of flipping the script. Normally on those 3rd and shorts, you'd see him run the ball.
And it is a first down.
See if he can reach that ball out.
Ooh, that's close.
Really close.
But they have signaled first down on the field as the Saints bring an extra offensive lineman in. And here comes the challenge flag from Arthur Smith. He saw that angle too, and he wants to challenge the spot.
Atlanta is challenged in ruling on the field that the runner reached the line to gain.
Atlanta 0 for 1 in challenges this year. They haven't done this much, and it'll depend on the ball, the feet, and everything else. Did he get the first down? Ruled a first down on the field. We'll find out when we return to Atlanta.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as called.
The replay is synced up here. The challenge by Arthur Smith, as you hear in the background, Craig Wrolstad says the ruling on the field stands. Dean Blandino is watching this in our Fox studios in Los Angeles. Why does it stand, Dean?
Yeah, these are really tough. It's where the ball crosses the sideline, and you can see we're trying to sync up a couple of shots. So you can see Kamara, he doesn't step out. Where does that ball cross? The line to gain was the 19. It's so close, and again, you have to try to piece angles together. It looked like the nose of the ball just made the 19, and that's why the ruling on the field stood.
And if it were called the opposite way on the field, it probably would have stood that way too. It was that close. First down and 10 at the 19. Saints drive continues. 27-13 lead for New Orleans. Kamara to the outside, and Kamara down at the 15-yard line, running behind Cesar Ruiz. And look at that score in the left corner.
I was just about to tell you about the great pull and blocked by number 51 Ruiz, but I think the Saints fans want to know that score.
24-17. So the Rams lead with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter there. If that holds, the Saints will win their way into the playoffs. 2nd and 6 at the 15-yard line. Kamara tried to cut it back from the left side. How did that happen? How did the Rams take the lead? Carissa Thompson, who knows everything, knows the answer to that question.
That's a joke. 3rd and goal, though. I do know this, that Matthew Stafford connect with Cooper Kupp in the back of the end zone. 4-yard score. Rams back in front, Kevin. 24-17.
You knew? You knew exactly what happened there.
Who else?
Who else but Carissa? Oh, I thought you were saying who else but Carissa would tell us.
Oh, right. Yeah. Nice job, Carissa.
That was half-hearted. 3rd and 6. Simeon on the roll. Needs to get rid of it, and he does. Just threw this one away. Ogundeji chasing, Davidson chasing, ran out of field. It's 4th down, and on comes Brett Maher to try to tack 3 more onto this Saints lead. 7:41 to go in this one. 1:46 to go in Los Angeles.
You can tell the well's drying up a little bit. You know, they want to call plays that Trevor's comfortable with and stuff he knows, whether you got to go back to when they first signed him or training camp stuff, whatever it takes, just to get them easy completions. And that time they put him on the run with the ability to ditch that ball in the stands.
33-yard try up and good. And Laura Oakman, again, there's no score in this stadium, right? Is that bugging the Saints yet?
No. Here's what I would say. One, obviously they're focused on their game, right? We see the scoreboard. But I can tell you every personnel on the Saints sideline who has a phone. How do I know this? Because I see players and coaches walking up to them and going, what is the score? So as much as they're focused right here on the game, it is funny watching the sideline kind of start buzzing a little bit, figuring out what the score is and how much time is left on that game as they start paying attention to what's happening there.
Well, you saw Trevor Siemian on the Microsoft Surface tablet on the sideline. You think he's looking at plays from the coaches. No, he's checking scores.
He was updating his TikTok profile.
Is that what he was doing?
Yeah. I mean, he's potentially starting a playoff game next week. In 7 days, Trevor Siemian might be playing, especially if they're reporting Liz Frank. Hopefully it's not a tear. But that's, I mean, you're out for a while with that injury, so hoping for the best for Taysom Hill, but it could be a massive opportunity. And, you know, Trevor and I were together in Denver, so I gave him a hard time about that haircut. So hopefully in 7 days, he gets rid of that dodgy thing and finds a barber in New Orleans. I'm sure they got him.
Well, if these two scores hold, it will be a rematch of one of the more infamous games in playoff history, Rams-Saints in the 2018 championship game. Our stats man, Alan Trifley, is a New Orleans native. He's shaking his head, not looking at these highlights like most Saints. Frustrating indeed. No interference called. Rams tied the game, then won it on a 57-yard field goal from Greg Zuerlein in overtime. Everybody remembers that game. It prompted a rule change. Remember, the next year, the pass interference calls were reviewable for a year. That went away. But that could be our rematch, would be our rematch next week if these two scores hold. Ryan under pressure, ball is out on the sack and recovered by Atlanta. It was Marcus Davenport, who has 8.5 sacks now on the year.
I mean, that is a three-headed monster up front. Davenport, big 92. I mean, he just does not quit after the spin move. And that's an excellent all-pro tackle that he's working against in Matthews for the Falcons.
Loss of 6 on the play. Falcons fortunate to not lose the ball again. Cordero Patterson in the backfield now on 2nd and 16. 4-man rush. Ryan caught by Zacchaeus, and Zacchaeus can't get to the 25-yard line. Gardner Johnson the first there.
Look at the way this team just flies to the ball and how quickly they can rally to plays that are out on the perimeter. They're so fast, they're so tough. Don't forget, I mean, this team throttled Tampa Bay last year and this year. What, 4 of the last 5 matchups with them? The one they lost was the most important in the playoffs last year.
Don't discount this defense if they get a chance against the Rams. They will not be an easy task for Los Angeles. Ryan hit as he throws, airing it for the sideline, incomplete. He was aiming it for Russell Gage. Pass incomplete, and it's 4th down.
I'm shocked they didn't get another late hit or not a targeting call, but a roughing the passer call. But he had to throw that ball so early. Look at Jeff Heath applying the pressure, got him right in the strike zone.
2nd 3 and out. Thomas Morstead, the NFC Special Teams Player of the Month and the 12-year Saint, to punt it away. Deontay Harris, the deep man. Good punt. Fair catch called for and made. Saints ball. Saints lead. 5:56 to play in the 4th quarter here in Atlanta. Not only can the Saints knock off their rival, but the Saints could win their way into the postseason. Los Angeles leading by a touchdown late in that one. And Mark, you may not know the score if you're on the field, but you know what you had to do first, and that's win this game.
And that was most important, but like Laura reported, I mean, these guys, they have an idea. Everybody's got this phone with them, right? Everybody's, you know, asking the trainer, asking somebody carrying water, hey, what's going on in L.A.? What's the deal back in L.A.?
Yelling to the fans in the stands.
Exactly.
What's happening?
Hey, show me your phone, looking it up on their tablet, whatever they got to do. But this has just been an impressive outing by this defense. And this defense can carry these guys and potentially win them a playoff game.
First down and 10 at the 28. Kamara the carry. Kamara picks up 3 to the 31-yard line. A career-high 30 carries for Alvin Kamara. Last Saint to have 30 rushes in a game was Mark Ingram, who's inactive today. He had 30 on October 30th of 2014. So Kamara has carried the load. No surprise, especially once Taysom Hill went out.
No, you're exactly right. And, we said at the top of the broadcast that the best plan for this Saints team was to keep the quarterback at the time, Taysom Hill, under 25 attempts. And right now they're at 24 with the 2 quarterbacks. So that's exactly where they want to be. This running attack has taken off as well.
Tony Jones with the carry there. And this Saints offense.
200.
Yeah, right on the door of 200 yards now. To pace Sean Payton's team to what he hopes will be the postseason. They need the Rams to hang on, though.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Niners driving at last report. Third down and a yard. The carry for Jones. Second effort. He's close to the first down. Not sure he got there. Oluokun was there to stop him, and it's fourth down.
With a 17-point lead.
And the timeout used. Well, it's hard to believe that with Week 18 ending today, the NFL playoffs are here. Super Wildcard Weekend gets us started. The action will be a Saturday doubleheader, Sunday tripleheader, and for the first time ever, a Wild Card Monday. 3 days, 6 games, one epic weekend of football. The road to Super Bowl 56 starts on Super Wild Card Weekend, and it starts right here.
Barring San Fran's in the red zone, I think.
Barring a big turn of events, Kyle Pitts is not going to break the record today of Mike Ditka for most receiving yards by a rookie tight end, and Matt Ryan's going to see his streak of 4,000-yard passing seasons end at 10. He only has 125 yards today. He came in with 3,752 yards. And the Niners have just put it in for a touchdown. 24-23 with the extra point pending. Late in the fourth.
I'm on fire with this free draw circle.
You were really...
John Madden would be proud.
He would be, wouldn't he?
In that top left corner. I'm batting 1,000, bud.
And fielded, and then out of bounds goes Williams. And the Falcons with the football back. As you see, the Niners have tied it at 24 apiece. And again, Carissa Thompson with all the details in this game break.
Yeah, you guys just talked about it. 49ers down by 7, 35 seconds left. Jimmy G, Jawan Jennings, 14-yard score. Extra point is good. We are all tied up with 26 seconds left.
How about that? What a ball game in Los Angeles. Niners stay alive. They're trying to win themselves a playoff date. Meanwhile, Saints hoping the Rams can figure out a way to win that game. Matt Ryan under pressure. Ryan will run, and he'll slide down kind of awkwardly after a 2-yard run. Well, we've mentioned it once or twice, but in case you are new to the broadcast and what's at stake for the Saints, they need a win and a San Francisco loss against the Rams to clinch a playoff spot. Ryan in trouble. Down he goes. Cam Jordan, number 23, against Matt Ryan and the Falcons.
Look at this. His 23rd sack on Matt Ryan. Whoa. Whoa. That's a big guy he's moving around.
Quick toss to Gage, and Russell Gage on 3rd and 16 will end up short of the first down. Short of the first down because Cameron Jordan did it again. He's got 12.5 sacks on the year and 23 of Matt Ryan in his career.
Just an absolute beast on the edge. Look at these guys. They got some of the best celebrations across the league, too. They got handshakes. Each individual tandem has their own special handshake.
4th and 2, Falcons will go. Ryan stepping up, in trouble, throwing, and it is caught. Russell Gage with the catch. Matt Ryan bought time, and he picks up 22.
Oh, and Crawley almost got there in time. But Gage, this is just a busted route. He's kind of in the middle, and Ryan just floats a lollipop over DeMario Davis and under Crawley.
Ryan, first down, sideline. Zacchaeus with another first down into Saints territory at the 43.
This little lob on the run. Just a little finesse. Floater. And Matt Ryan took a shot again on the last play and still got that ball off. He's hanging tough.
Trying desperately to get into that 4,000-yard range.
Must have hurt you.
Kyle Pitts with the catch. Tough grab with Quan Alexander all over him. Falcons trying to hurry this one up. As we creep towards the 2-minute warning, trying to get one last play off before the warning.
They gotta go.
And they do get one last play. Ryan batted down at the line by Jordan. Cam Jordan was yelling that Caleb McGarry was holding him as he tried to get the pick off the tip.
He's gonna get a pass interference or something. Look at this. Boom.
Second swat today to go with the sack for Cam Jordan. 2 minutes to go in Atlanta. Saints trying to punch their ticket to the postseason. Still need a little help. Taysom Hill started this game for the New Orleans Saints. Started with a touchdown pass to Troutman, the tight end. And then Taysom Hill in the second quarter gets hurt. Injures his foot. Has not returned to the ball game. Went to the locker room early. Trevor Siemian entered to the quarterback position. 2 touchdown passes today for Trevor Siemian in his time out there. 9 of 15 for 71 yards. The Saints defense has done the rest. And when we're done here, time permitting, you will get bonus coverage of the 49ers and Rams. That game is in overtime.
Oh, man.
Saints,
add to the drama.
Adding to the drama. Saints have done about all they can do. Barring a late Falcons rally, the Saints will go to 9 and 8. Ryan over the middle, Gage there, stumbling down across the 20-yard line, and a first down to the New Orleans 19-yard line.
They're in full 2-minute mode, getting to the line of scrimmage as fast as possible. Matt Ryan doing a little muddle huddle, spitting out a play quickly. See a little bit of confusion right now.
Taking a little more time than he wanted right now.
Oh, yeah.
Under 90 seconds to go in this one. Here's Ryan throwing over the middle, incomplete. Wanted Gage, but man, Quan Alexander had terrific coverage right in front of the wide receiver. Couldn't pull it in, and it's second down.
He was expecting Gage to get a little flatter, come try and make this play underneath, potentially cross face with Quan, or really get on his horse and get over the top of him. But a slightly underthrown ball and excellent coverage by Quan Alexander. Let that ball go harmlessly to the turf.
2nd and 10. 4-man rush. Ryan hit as he throws, lobbing for Pitts. Tried the one-arm catch. He couldn't pull it in.
Ryan just got smoked after this throw. They had plenty of protection on that side, but watch Pitts. Basically just gives him a jump ball. He's really got one arm tangled up with Crawley right there. Watch Matt. Ooh. Right in the sternum.
Davenport providing the pressure. 3rd down and 10 at the 19. Ryan. And he threw it behind Sharp. Sharp was moving to the middle of the field. The pass went a little bit behind the intended target. 4th down and 10, 19-yard line, 1:12 to go. Falcons down 17. If they're stopped on 4th down, the Saints will just take a couple of knees and close this one out. 12th play of this Falcon drive. Overtime in Los Angeles. Niners win, they're in. That would eliminate the Saints. Rams win, Saints would be in. Ryan throwing for the end zone. It is caught by Gage, and Gage is down at the 1. Debo with the coverage. Gage tried to subtly stick that ball over the goal line.
Watch him make this catch. Got touched. Look, Kevin Dyson in that Super Bowl. The Titans and Rams.
First and goal. 35 seconds to play.
There's Pitts.
Ryan now 215 yards passing. Gage in motion. Ryan on the roll, throwing for Russell Gage. It's a touchdown.
And watch Gage. He's going to come in motion across the screen, and they're essentially going to just pick for him right here in front. Those two receivers in front, Sharp. He's going to try and get a piece of everybody, especially Crawley, who's running with Gage. It's essentially just a foot race to that front pylon. Matt Ryan knows if he gets any kind of clearance, deliver that ball right at the pylon, let him do the rest.
For the 13th straight season, Matt Ryan has 20 touchdown passes. Just the 5th quarterback in NFL history to do it in 13 straight years. They're going to look at this one again just to make sure that it is indeed touchdown pass number 20.
Trying to jump the gun there, Kev.
Watch it again. This is what they're looking at. Is it indeed a score? You're looking at the feet of Russell Gage. Catch. The question is, did he get that first foot down before we see it there?
The first foot was down, but
watch it here. So catch. See the toe drag
right
there.
That was two right there.
Looked like that toe was dragging as it came across the goal line, but it all depends on. Well, we'll bring in Dean Blandino. He can tell us what it depends on. I assume it depends on when you secure it and where your feet are when you do, Dean.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's control, and you're going to see the left foot actually be out of bounds right there. But that, I think, is the third step. I think he got both feet. You guys were talking about the drag. You're going to see control, left foot down, drag with the right, and I think he gets the right foot down again. So to me, this looks like a catch, and the ruling on the field should stand.
Good ruling by our officiating crew on that play, as it does look like it'll be a touchdown. Dean Blandino with us in our studios in Los Angeles. Appreciate Dean's contributions today and all season long, helping us decipher some of the more interesting plays.
The ruling on the field stands as called. It is a touchdown.
And Dean, exactly right. So there it is officially now. Didn't jump the gun, Mark Sanchez. 13 straight seasons for Matt Ryan with 20 pass touchdowns. You see the list. It's Brady, Phillip Rivers, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees. That's not a bad 5 to be in company with.
Good company to keep, some rarefied air.
Matt Ryan on the roll for the 2-point try to the back of the end zone, caught by Tajay Sharp. And it's 30-21, and now we get a little pushing and shoving, and there's a flag. Flag in the backfield, flag in the end zone.
What a ball.
Good footwork by Sharp, too. 2-point try, good, but there's a penalty in the backfield and a penalty in the end zone.
The Sharp's your last option on this.
They're going to wave this one off because the kicking unit's coming on now.
They had a little.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both on Atlanta. After the play on sportsmanlike conduct, number 4, that penalty's declined. Holding, offense, number 70, that penalty's accepted. Atlanta has chosen to kick the extra point from the 25-yard line.
So Jake Matthews called for the hold. The unsportsmanlike conduct came after the play and its decline. This is Tajay Sharp running over to talk to C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And there's the flag.
I think it was him and Alexander. They had a little spat before. And Matt Ryan, see?
Not happy.
Choice words for each other. It's the heated rivalry.
Extra point try coming. Younghoe Koo on for the extra point. And the extra point makes it a 30-20 advantage. Saints up by 10 with 21 seconds to go. 24-24, midway through overtime in Los Angeles. Saints look like they're on their way to 9-8. They need a Niners loss, in other words, a Rams win, in order to make the postseason. Rams trying to help out New Orleans because then they would play New Orleans next week. So if they like that matchup, they want to win that game for a variety of reasons. Saints clinched the playoffs with a win and a San Francisco loss. That game in overtime. Saints appear to be in good shape here with 21 seconds to go in the fourth. A big thank you to our crew today and all season long. Our producer Mark Titleman, our director Greg Scopatoni, Jordan Wolf, our associate director today. A big tip of the cap to Alex Olson, who's been with us all year as well. Kyle Wu and Oliver Moody, our broadcast associates. Michael Nathanson, Nate, our technical producer. Dane Crawford, our technical director. Doug Deems and Atlanta's very own Rick Newstreet running the audio team. Our entire crew, just terrific. Of course, David Salati and Alan Trifley, our spotter and stats, up here in the booth as well. Knee taken. And there will be a knee taken again, and that will likely close this one out. Of course, a big thank you to my partner, Mark Sanchez, and our partner on the field, Laura Oakman. I've enjoyed almost each and every one of the 18 weeks with you. Week 5, I still have questions about, but.
Same. And Jordan Wolf filling in fourth.
Yeah, I mentioned Jordan's name.
Did you say Jordan?
I did, yeah. I mentioned our tremendous crew all year long. We certainly thank them. These last 2 years that I've been with this crew, great guys, great ladies, great folks in very interesting times. Knee is taken, and the New Orleans Saints have done all they can do. They have won this one, 30-20.